Hello everyone, Scott here, and today I'm going to be chatting about Pillow versus some of the budget, lower end management companies that are out there for serviced accommodation. Now firstly, what I will say, we have a very strong company policy at Pillow where we never ever say anything bad about our competitors, we never badmouth them, we never try to say anything to sabotage a sale once we're out. We are always very, very respectful of our competitors, and all the team are trained, and in this room at the back they do the team training, and we say very, very clearly, never say anything bad about your competitors. So this video, although it's us versus budget type operators, we are just focusing simply on what we do. There's definitely nothing negative been said about anybody else's business or indeed business model. I want to focus on what we do at Pillow. Because one of the things that come up for our full business management service, where you literally give us the keys and you don't get involved, we run and set up your whole business for you. We charge 20% plus VAT for that. Now, a lot of people see that as good value, and most people come through, they sign up and they don't have a problem with that. But one of the things we come across a lot of the time is, yes, but I saw a company online doing it for 10% or 12% or 14%. And they try to perhaps play off on the fact there are cheaper companies there. So I want to spend a few minutes just making a comparison and telling why our fees are the price that they are. Because if we could deliver a good service at 10%, then we probably would, because we might get more customers. But it's 20% for a reason, and I'm going to go through some of these reasons now. Because why is it not 15? Why is it not 25? For me, 20% is the magic number. We've looked at it, we've researched companies all over the world, and 20% is the magic number that delivers the best for the client. So again, I want to other companies, there's so many out there, but we need to compare them like for like. So if we're comparing Pillow at 20% versus someone, let's say 10%, but those type of companies are Airbnb management companies. They might manage your Airbnb account. They're not necessarily going to blast your property out on 250 different portals and do lots of other activities. So when we hear these things, we say, yes, but we are managing absolutely everything. All some of the other companies do are actually take over your Airbnb account and communicate with guests, and you set up your own account and you have to do a lot of work at that end. So sometimes when people are comparing the fees, it's not even the same service. It's totally different. So Airbnb management companies are totally different to our full business management service. You literally give us the keys and you disappear. You don't actually need to do anything ever again for your service accommodation. Your property manager will run your business for you. And that's what I want to get across, is it's not management, it's full business management. We're not just looking after your property and managing your listings. You literally give us the keys and disappear. So for me, next thing, 20% versus 10% isn't about the fees that you're paying, it's about the profit that that company can generate for you. Now, if someone is doing 10%, they're probably only going to be putting it on the online travel age, sticking it in all the places you could do yourself. They're replicating exactly what you could do yourself. Airbnb, Booking.com, etc. We do all that as well, but one of the major things we do is get direct bookings. If you're charging 10%, you're not going to have money for teams of people to hit the phones, to go to networking all over the country, to get links with insurance companies, to have all the compliance in place for their procurement procedures, because it's not easy to get some of the big insurance companies. They won't just use small businesses without having layers of compliance and insurance and all these other hoops you need to go through. That takes time and it takes money. So putting it on the OTAs is nice and simple because it doesn't cost that person anything in marketing. They just simply do it, and you as the owner pay the money. So if they put it on Booking.com, you pay the 15%. That company that's charging 10 can do so because they don't have any marketing fees to get guests. Because all these different companies we use online, we're lucky enough that they're commission only at the end of the sale. We don't need to pay them in advance, so they have much lower costs. Next, if you're not getting direct bookings and you don't have teams of people doing this, you have lower staff costs. I'll give you an example. We pay to manage to advertise properties £2,500 plus VAT, so probably £3,000 for Rightmove alone. Now, Airbnb management companies, budget companies, why would they pay that? Because they don't want to pay anything in marketing, because if they did start paying £2,500 to Rightmove, which is an amazing source of direct bookings for us, I can't begin to tell you how many bookings we get through Rightmove. Because the people that do long-term corporate lets don't look at OTAs. They're looking at other avenues. And these avenues, unfortunately, like Rightmove as one example, cost a lot of money to be on. So if you're not putting money out on that, we can charge lower management fees. I wrote down some of the departments. We have a finance department. We've got people checking people have paid the money. So we have a team of people there. We've got a marketing department and people phone up direct bookings. Someone in LinkedIn permanently making connections with business owners, and all the people we know will be doing direct bookings. A customer service department. We've got people on the phone 24/7 so that any guest at any time in the world can get in touch with us and they get a reply instantaneously. If you can get someone to manage your property for 8% or 10%, they're at home with a mobile. What happens when they go on holiday? They have a tiny team. What happens if someone's sick? Your guests' calls and emails aren't getting answered. So the final thoughts I have on this, hopefully I've put across all the different things we do at Pillow. And again, the main thing here is direct booking. One of our staff literally travelled from Glasgow to go to a Polish builders networking event in London to get bookings, and that's where one of our direct bookings come from. Recently, I think it was a £23,000 booking, simply because that team member had went from Scotland to London to go to a Polish builders networking thing. To get that connection, that costs money in flights, accommodation, etc. But that is reaping rewards at the other end of the country. And all our team are nipping about making these connections all the time. So the final thought is, if you can save 10% on your management fees, but you're losing 30% of your income because you're doing it budget, you're doing it cheap, these people don't have the resources. But if you can pay 20% management fee to make 30% more, isn't that worth it? Saving 10% on the headline outgoings but earning less money overall at the end of the year doesn't make financial sense. So I know sometimes people say 20% plus VAT, that's a lot of money, I'm going to get it as cheap as possible. But again, it isn't about the money you're paying out. For me, service accommodation isn't about occupancy rates, it is all about the profit at the end of the year. Nothing else matters. Again, you can have 100% occupancy rates if you're doing one night bookings at a discount price, but you will lose money. So for me, I always say to people, forget if it's 20%. We could charge 30% as long as we can outperform our competitors and make you the most amount of money possible for that unit. Then the fees are almost irrelevant, because the more fees we charge, the more we can get back in direct bookings, and it's the direct bookings that make the difference. So hopefully that makes sense. Please follow up with any other questions you have. And again, please let me reassure you, we're not giving any other agent a hard time. Everyone's business model is different. I don't know everybody's internal workings. All I can say is I know how Pillow work, and I want to share that with you guys here on this video. So have a great day.